Good morning, everyone. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Eternal Father, bless our land. Guide us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil powers. Be our light through countless hours. To our leaders, great defenders, grant true wisdom from above. Justice fruits be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love. Teach us true respect for all. Stir response to duty's call. Strengthen us the weak to change. Give us visions lest we perish. Knowledge send us, Heavenly Father. Grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love.
Thank you. You may be seated. Welcome to the authority this morning. Welcome to the Sustainable Aviation Fuel Feasibility Study. At this time, I'd like to invite Mrs. Nicole Morgan, Director General Acting, to the podium to do our welcome and greetings. Mrs. Morgan.
Thank you, Michael. Honorable Darrell Vaz, MP, Minister of Energy, Transport and Telecommunications, Chairman of the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority, Major General Stuart Saunders, Deputy Chairman Douglas Lindo, other JCAA board members, distinguished partners from the International Climate Financing Consultancy. I don't see any permanent secretaries, heads of entities, industry leaders, development partners, JCAA team members, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority. It is my distinct pleasure on behalf of the JCAA to welcome you to the official launch of Jamaica's Sustainable Aviation Fuels, SAF, feasibility study, an initiative that reflects both an urgency of our global climate responsibilities and the opportunity before us as a nation. Minister Vaz, we are especially honored and encouraged by your presence and the characteristic leadership you always demonstrate on matters of national importance. Your stewardship of the energy and transport portfolios and your clear articulation of Jamaica's development priorities provide critical direction as we explore new pathways for a more resilient and sustainable aviation sector and nation. Today's launch does not simply commemorate the commencement of a technical study. It represents a strategic moment of inquiry and collaboration where Jamaica pauses to ask informed questions about how aviation, energy, agriculture, and innovation can intersect to support long-term national and regional resilience. From the JCAA's perspective, this initiative is a natural extension of our role as regulator, but also facilitator and advocate for safe, efficient, and forward-looking aviation. As a small island developing state, we have an acute appreciation that aviation is not optional. It is essential to our connectivity, our tourism, economy, and our global engagement. At the same time, we also recognize that aviation must evolve responsibly within an increasingly carbon-impacted world. We're deeply appreciative of the support of the United Kingdom government and the technical leadership of the International Climate Financing Consultancy in enabling this important work. Their partnership underscores Jamaica's credibility as a constructive and engaged participant in international aviation and climate action. I close by reiterating our pleasure for the opportunity to welcome and host at the JCAA for this official launch and the subsequent continuation of the workshop. It is our strong belief that these engagements will be gateways to meaningful exploration and progress for our sustainable industry and national development goals. We wish you a productive, pleasant, and rewarding experience as we work together to advance the next phase of this important national effort. Welcome.
Thank you, DG Morgan. You may be wondering, who am I? Well, I'm Michael Hepburn, Director of Economic Regulation and the focal point for the SAF feasibility study. The next speaker, you don't have to wonder who he is because he's the minister in charge of all of us. And so we welcome at this time Minister Vaz to come with his address. Minister Vaz.
Morning to everybody. I don't know if I should say Happy New Year. I don't think there's too much to be happy about after Melissa. But I would say a peaceful and productive 2025 to everyone. I begin by acknowledging Director General Acting of the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority, Mrs. Nicole Morgan, JCAA Chairman, Major General Stuart Saunders, and the Board of the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority, representatives of the United Kingdom government, including our partners from the UK Department of Transport, the project managers and consultants from UK International Climate Finance, representatives of the ministry and agencies, leaders from the aviation, energy, agriculture, and tourism industries, special invitees and prospective partners from allied industries, our international and regional partners, and of course, members of the media. It's indeed a pleasure to join you this morning for an event that represents not just the opening for a critical study, but the launch of an important national conversation about clean energy, Jamaica's future in global aviation, and climate resilience. Today's initiative is indeed central to advancing the government of Jamaica's national development priorities, particularly in relation to our commitment to a low-carbon, climate-resilient economy and a modern, high-performance transport and logistics ecosystem that is fueled by clean energy. These priorities are not optional. As a small island developing state, Jamaica is at the front line of exposure to climate change realities, and exposure which was laid bare by the devastation wreaked by Hurricane Beryl in 2024, and even more starkly, Hurricane Melissa in 2025. These events expose the fragility of our island and the critical infrastructure to the harsh effects of climate risk and reinforces our need to support global solutions. The focus on sustainable aviation fuels and other clean energy solutions is therefore timely and strategic, and Jamaica must move decisively through policy alignment, targeted investments, and strategic partnerships to create a more climate-resilient future. And just to remind everybody that hurricane season starts in June, and we are not yet even near the start of the recovery of Melissa. As an innovation leader, aviation must develop and capitalize on the partnership opportunities to decarbonize or reduce our carbon footprint as we work together to build a safer, more resilient future for our island and our people. Today's event, therefore, represents a transformative moment for Jamaica, supported by our UK partners and national stakeholders in feeder industries. We have not only signaled but are commencing our exploration and hopefully entry into the very impactful sustainable aviation fuel aspects of the Global Aviation Emissions Reduction Program. Sustainable aviation fuels is a natural, environmentally friendly alternative to traditional jet fuel that is heralding our transition to a cleaner, greener, safer, and more prosperous and stable global environment. It can be made with renewable and waste-based materials such as used cooking oil, agricultural byproducts, and other sustainable feedstocks, and can importantly be used in today's aircraft and airport systems without modification. SAF can significantly reduce carbon emissions from flying while maintaining the same safety and performance standards that we have come to expect. This feasibility study will ask a fundamental question. Can Jamaica play a meaningful role in the production, deployment, and supply of sustainable aviation fuels, not just for ourselves, but for our wider Caribbean and beyond? If so, through what mechanism can we achieve this? The answer must be yes, not whether, but how SAF can be achieved, given the fact that the climate action is not optional for Jamaica. The initiative did not happen by chance, a direct outcome of Jamaica's service on the Council of International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, for the 22 to 25 triennium, as a seat that placed our country at the heart of global aviation decision-making. Through that representation, Jamaica demonstrated leadership on climate action and aviation, and has secured the support of the United Kingdom's government through the Department of Transport under ICAO's ACT SAF, Assistance Capacity Building and Training for Sustainable Aviation Fuel Program. I wish to publicly thank the United Kingdom for its partnership and recognizing Jamaica as a country ready to engage meaningfully on the future of sustainable aviation. This feasibility study, managed by UK International Climate Finance, ICF, represents the first structured evidence-based assessment of Jamaica's SAF potential. It will examine our available and potential feedstocks, our existing energy and fuel infrastructure, our aviation demand and export possibilities, our policy, regulatory, and investment environment, and the real challenges of scale, cost, and competitiveness which we must confront. The workshop is important as we'll move from speculation to establishing the facts and data that will help to inform national decision-making. In a world where carbon emissions are increasingly priced, measured, and traded for containment and equity reasons, such clarity is essential, not only to meet environmental commitments, but to unlock investment, mobilize finance, and ensure Jamaica is positioned to benefit from the emerging global carbon and clean energy markets. Globally, aviation has committed to net zero carbon emissions by 2050, with an interim target of at least 5% uptake of sustainable aviation fuels by 2030. The numbers are promising and Jamaica is eager to participate. Sustainable aviation fuels has the capacity to reduce life cycle emissions by up to 80% while remaining compatible with existing aircraft and infrastructure. The benefits for Jamaica are multiple. We are an island state that depends heavily on aviation for our connections. We are a tourism-driven economy for which the environment is our greatest asset, and we are highly vulnerable to climate shocks. Additionally, we have committed to the International Civil Aviation Organization carbon offsetting and reduction schemes for international aviation, where we aim to ensure that aviation growth does not undermine our climate and sustainability obligations. As the Minister of the Energy and Transport portfolios, I can also advise that this thrust is also all-encompassing as we are actively pursuing energy diversifications, resilience, climate-smart growth in other related areas of our economy. The path we are taking today is unmistakably positive in relation to growth and economic opportunities. Sustainable aviation fuels offer opportunity to create new value chains, skilled jobs in green industries, investment in agriculture, waste to energy, and bio-based industries, greater energy security, and the potential for positive climate action in a world increasingly moderated by carbon markets and sustainability-linked finance. Jamaica's approach must be economically feasible while protecting food security, respecting land use priorities, and delivering real national value. As we embark on this collaborative process, I encourage all stakeholders to engage openly, honestly, and constructively. Your insights will shape the recommendations, your participation will influence the outcome, and your leadership will determine our next steps. The government of Jamaica values your support, which is enabling Jamaica as a small island developing state to confidently engage our benefactors in a global transition, not as a bystander, but as a credible partner, informed actor, and climate-conscious leader. I want to pause to thank the Jamaica Civil Aviation Authority and its representatives for your leadership, especially the chairman, deputy chairman, and the board and the management. I also thank the UK Department of Transport partners and the ICF team for their commitment. Indeed, I thank everyone here for contributing to this important national effort. Together, we're not just studying sustainable aviation fuels. We are exploring how Jamaica can fuel our future and our air transport sector and industry in a sustainable way that strengthens our resilience, our economy, and the future and our global standing. Please enjoy your time on our beautiful island as you engage in meaningful and productive discussions and lay the groundwork for implementable climate beneficial outcomes. Again, I thank everybody and look forward to the report on the outcome of this important day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Minister. By coming here this morning, as DG said, you show the government commitment to this program, very, very important program. And we thank you for the charge in your speech. And we also thank all of you for coming to share with us this morning, the media and all the participants who are here. We're going to change gears a little bit at this time. The minister will take a tour of a restricted area in the authority, the Air Traffic Control Center. Footage will be made available to the news media because we can't, it's limited who can be there. The minister's speech will also be available to you. And so, we just thank you all for coming. Thank you very much to all of you. Have a good day and a good session today, all right? Refreshments are served on the outside. We bid you to go on the outside so we can switch the venue into the style conducive for workshop, all right? Thank you very much.